If you only do things when you're comfortable, your life will be hard. You have to grieve those moments because a new you is being birthed. This is your rebirth. I feel like God isolates us to elevate us. I was willing to step into this new reality and change my life because I was in pain. I was heartbroken. I was lonely. Keep going despite the fear, despite feeling alone. In this in-between season, this empty space, magic is happening. Momentum is coming. Stay present. Keep going. There's a phase in your life where you're growing, but you feel completely alone. It's like the old version of you doesn't work anymore. It doesn't fit your current reality. But guess what? The new phase is not fully activated and you feel incomplete. And this is the in-between phase. This is the part of your life where your soul is in the gym. And this is true spiritual fitness. So if you're in a space where you're growing and you're by yourself and you're trying and you're giving everything you got, but you just fully haven't accepted this new version, stick around because I'm going to give you the keys and the tools and the story and the wisdom so you can feel safe and compelled to activate this new version of you. I'm Eric Bigger, spiritual fitness expert and personal development coach, and I'm here to show you how to love yourself, to be yourself, to live out your most authentic self for your highest good. So I can relate to this topic in so many ways. I mean, from leaving Baltimore at 22 to come to LA with $1,000, knowing one person, to being on the Zach and Cody show and doing Jenny O turkey burger commercials as a background actor, to being on The Bachelorette, to going on Dancing with the Stars, Family Feud, to actually being on TV for 10 weeks and my entire life changed. People running me down, wanting photos and asking me questions, TMZ, like all this stuff where it's like, what's happening? Who am I? What am I? It was uncomfortable. I didn't feel safe. But the thing I didn't do, I didn't give up. I kept going. And the reason being is because I had life in front of me and I had momentum from those shows. But the truth is, when you're growing internally, when you're growing spiritually and you're changing your life for your highest good, and you leaving people in the past, family, friends, maybe ex-partners, because you want to grow, it's lonely. There's no one around to tell you about that empty space of loneliness. And so you might question, am I doing the right thing? Does this make sense? Why am I putting myself in this position? There's no one around. I've been in LA, California, 15 plus years. And what I sacrificed was not being with my family, not seeing them, not being there for Christmas, not being there for Thanksgiving. But what I accomplished was I lived my dreams. I experienced my dreams in my body, in my life. And now I'm here to give you the experiences of those things, the good and the bad. However, I want to give you a story that recently happened to me where growth, and I'm still in that phase, that in-between phase where it's a little uncomfortable. I'm not as grounded as I would like, but it's okay because I know over time, things will fall into alignment. So I was in LA 14, 15 years. I'm not sure. I came to California, Los Angeles, 2010. I moved last year, October 2025, right? So 15 years in Los Angeles, and I just moved to Costa Mesa, Orange County in October. So I've been here roughly almost 6 months, right? And let me tell you something. LA is only an hour away. It's not that far, but the energy here is totally different, more peaceful, and it's less traffic. It's not a lot of stimulation. So my first few weeks out here, my first few months, and I still was traveling when I moved, so I wasn't really grounded here because I was traveling. I kind of felt out of place. I kind of felt awkward. I just felt like I didn't fit. And when I was in Los Angeles, the space I was living in, because I had a grocery store, 24-hour gym, and I had everything, a workspace on the second floor, I never left my building. But there was a community. There was so many people. I knew the town. I knew the terrain. I felt safe in my body. But here, it's new. I don't know anyone but the people that I know that I'm here. Like my woman's here, her family's here, and people I meet in passing, but I don't have a real network out here. I don't have real friends out here. So I got to build that. So in this space, it's like I got 1 foot in the new, right? And I got 1 foot in the old. And what happens is when we go to expand our frequency and expand our timeline on a new timeline, unconsciously, we might even self-sabotage a new timeline, or we put ourselves in a position where we're constantly going back to old patterns, old ways. So in my former place, I stayed inside and I just created content, did what I did, met with clients online, and traveled when I needed to. But here I said, my intentions is to get outside in an environment. So I joined a membership, a gym, Curl Fitness. I'm actually teaching classes at Curl Fitness because I said, you know what? I want to build a community of new people, new relationships, new networks to start fresh, not to start over, to start fresh, to build my bandwidth in Orange County, right? And it's uncomfortable because you don't know people. Not uncomfortable where you're like, I can't be myself. It's just new. So it's like moving a new apartment, being in a new relationship. You're adjusting to the energy because it's new. And guess what? In this new timeline that you're on, this new paradigm, it's not supposed to feel comfortable. It's not supposed to feel good. It's new, right? So one thing I've learned, and I want to share this, and this is goes for the rest of your life. If you only do things when you're comfortable, your life will be hard. So I know if you made a decision to go to another city, another state, to do something uncomfortable, but you know it's going to make you better over time, your life is going to change. But if you continue on the same cycle that you've been doing for the last 5, 10 years, and you expecting your life to change, it's not going to change because you got to build new neural pathways, new habits. So I think it's important for us all to chase new experiences. Get around where it's better. Get around where it's healthy. The energy is great. Go around some new environments, new people to build the bandwidth to feel more safe in your body. So for me, that's what I'm doing. I'm building my network here. I'm going out, I'm talking to people, I'm meeting people, doing pop-up workouts at gyms. I'm present. But here's the thing. In that in-between space when you're lonely and you're growing, and I'll take it back to before TV, before The Bachelorette in 2017, right? I was reading books, I was going to seminars. I mean, I lived in a part of LA. I lived in Koreatown, but I was driving all the way out to Westlake to train at Proactive Sports. Look it up. And they train nothing but professional athletes where I worked out with like Aaron Rodgers, Clay Matthews, Paul George, Reggie Jackson, all these superstar athletes. And then because I was in that new experience back then, I feel like by osmosis, energetically, I felt more confident. I felt more fulfilled because I was around real athletes, professional athletes that we see on TV, and I was working out with them. So I'm like, oh, wow, I'm just as good. Or I can compete with these guys, right? Because I was in a new environment. Westlake Village is an hour from where I lived at the time. So LA is an hour away from Costa Mesa, where I live at right now. And so the thing is, that was a challenge here, and I'm still cultivating that challenge to get it all the way certain is my nervous system. What do I mean by my nervous system? So LA, everybody goes to LA because they want to make it. They want to be on TV. They want to be famous. They want to be somebody, which is all good because that was me, right? But I didn't know I wanted to be on TV. I came to LA to go to grad school and TV found me. So I didn't know until like maybe a year and a half ago when I was coming out here every weekend to see my girlfriend that LA is so overstimulated. It's so much going on in the energy. It's so many people, so much traffic, and it's stimulating. It's very, I don't want to say chaotic, it's busy. So my nervous system got used to the busyness, to the noise, to the chatter, to the people, to the cars, to the air being polluted. And then I get out here in Costa Mesa, it's quiet, it's calm. You don't see that many people. It's clean. So in my nervous system, I felt like, wow, like it's kind of weird, right? Because I'm so used to. So I would get up in the morning and I can feel inside my body, I want to rush. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because in LA, everybody's trying to make it. So everyone's in that rat race of energy, like auditions, job, this, that, whatever, right? To make it to be wherever they need to be. And so having that energetic shift, it allowed me to know that I'm safe here. I don't have to rush. I have more than enough time and I'm going to be okay, right? And so I'm constantly talking to my body, my nervous system, doing deep breath work, meditation, all the stuff I've done when I was in LA. But the main thing I want you guys to realize is that this is the in-between season. And in this in-between season, this empty space is not going to always feel good. It's going to be uncomfortable because it's new. So give the space, the in-between, grace, give it compassion, and have gratitude for the journey. Be thankful and look back like, man, look how far you come. You really did it. You're really doing it. Because to live the life you want, you got to do what others won't. I've done a lot of things that I knew I could, but I never thought would be like, I went to Machu Picchu in 2024. I went to the top of the mountain. I've never climbed mountains. By the way, I'm afraid of heights. However, I was willing to change. I was willing to step into this new reality and change my life because I was in pain. I was heartbroken. I was lonely. And so I say that to say, I want you to take this time, really sit and be still. Put your hand over your heart. Put another one over your belly. Let's take a deep breath. And repeat after me. I'm well. I'm safe. I'm loved. And where I'm at right now is where I'm supposed to be. And I'm proud of myself for the journey I chose to be on. So it is. And when you do that, you just pause and give your body, your nervous system with grace, reverence, and love. And you do that over time, especially when you feel lonely and you feel like there's no one to call, or because in this space, honestly, there's no one who can relate to you because there's not too many people in this space unless you attract them into their life, right? For me, there wasn't, that I know of, a lot of Black men, Black guys studying spirituality, doing plant medicine, that was on TV, that was that lived in LA, that also believed in God, who was deep in that. Like, I didn't have no one who relate. So I was the one everybody was coming to for prayer, for feedback, for support. So I felt like it's just me and me. But as I grew and I started to attract other men, other women on a journey who could relate, who can understand me, who can see me for me and not the me that they think I am. So the main thing in this space is to keep going, despite the fear, despite feeling alone. And honestly, I feel like God isolates us to elevate us. Isolation is elevation, but you got to be isolated to be separated, to be elevated, right? And all you're doing when you're on a new timeline and it's uncomfortable and you're by yourself, that means new things about to come in and you're making space for that. So yes, it hurts to leave that job. It hurts to leave those friends. It hurts to leave that partnership, but feel those feelings. You have to grieve those moments because a new you is being birthed. This is your rebirth. Take this information, take this YouTube, share it, watch it again, and know you're not alone. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. In order to grow, you're going to have to change. In order to change, you're going to have to grow. And that comes with discomfort, that comes with feeling overwhelmed, and that comes with somewhat being by yourself. Go look up the hero's journey chart. Like, that's what you're on. You're on a hero's journey. And once you get over that, you get initiated. Sometimes you return home, and that home is the home of yourself, but you never come back home the same way. So this was great. I'm so happy to speak. This is so interesting. I've changed so much. I've jumped so many timelines, and I'm still like, look, it's just me by myself, right? This is the journey. However, you get to watch and benefit from this. You are in this with me. We're in this together. You're not alone. Make sure if you haven't, click the link, subscribe to YouTube, like this video, share this video, comment, give me your feedback. Go to my Instagram and follow me at Eric Bigger, my TikTok as well, my Threads account, where I'm putting a lot of motivation, and join my broadcast channel on Instagram. And also, if you want to work with me, I have my spiritual fitness sacred momentum container where we work out once a week, every Wednesday, 9 a.m. PST. It's a 45-minute workout. We pray, we do affirmations. I'm teaching in a container, but we're actually moving our body. So it is exercise, but it's for the mind, the body, and the spirit. So with that being said, you guys be great. Take care of yourself, love yourself, give yourself grace, have compassion on the journey, and you're not alone. Trust me. You're in in-between phase, and that in-between phase, magic is happening, momentum is coming. Stay present, keep going. Be great. Peace.